99, 100. Are you having back pain doing stuff like this, or like this, or like this, or like this? So let's talk about why those exercises may be causing you back pain. Those exercises, crunches, sit-ups, the swimmer kicks, the leg lifts ups and downs, those are great exercises, or can be, to train your abs, but not your true core, right? And a lot of times if we don't understand how to execute the exercises correctly, they can actually inadvertently cause back pain or problems that are unintended. So in my opinion, those exercises have more risk than reward. Now, why are these exercises a problem? All right, so we're gonna go into first crunches and sit-ups because they're very flexion-based, which means bending forward, right? So when we do a ton of this, we're doing a ton of rounding of the spine. Now I wanna clarify, rounding of the spine is not inherently bad. But if you think about our postures and positions that we hold all day long with devices, sitting in cars and chairs, work, so on and so forth, bending forward, let me just ask you, have you ever heard of anyone throwing their back out from bending backward or bending to the side? Usually it's bending forward, I threw my back out. So that repetitive flexion force we have throughout the day can be just perpetuated by doing crunches and sit-ups. In reality, you're just training your abs and your hip flexors. You're not training the true core, how it's meant to function, which we're gonna get to in just a minute. Now with the flutter kicks and the leg raises, this is slightly different. So when we're doing these, the idea is to work our abs by lifting our legs, correct? Now here's the thing, we'd like to have the small of our back here flat to the ground, but that doesn't always happen because doing this type of motion here, it's really easy to arch the back there. And so what's that doing? That's just driving the opposite direction, which is extension, and that can cause some back pain as well. So what's the moral of the story with the two sets of exercises? Is really just a neutral stacked position. Now what does that mean? That means your core is connected at your rib cage and pelvis, right? Because the crunches and sit-ups, we're doing a lot of rounding or bending forward. With the leg lifts or flutter kicks, we're doing a lot of hyperextension. So if you're going back and forth between those exercises, you're just taking your spine and jamming it back and forth, you're eventually gonna cause an issue. Now, if you really wanna work your abs, I have a better option called the curl up I'm gonna show you in just a minute. And that allows us to work the abs in more of a neutral position so we're not inadvertently causing some strain in our back. Now, there is a better option we'll go over after that trains your true core, but if you really want to get that abs feeling, you can do this one instead. All right, so this is the curl up, and we're going to go into our sit-up position here, and we're going to take just one leg and make it go straight. It doesn't really matter which one, but I'll use my left leg straight, right leg bent. And then next, I want to take the fingertips and slide it underneath the back here. So you can see my fingertips, and then you want to smash those fingers down. So watch my belt line here. I'm gonna smash my back down into my fingertips. If this causes you to have to lift your head up, probably means you have a stiff mid-back, just throw a pillow underneath your head just to give a little bit of support. So after I smash my fingertips here, and I have this, I'm gonna avoid doing a lot of this rounding that subjects my low back to a lot of excessive strain. So instead, what I'm gonna envision is that my chest here, or my the buttons of my polo shirt are attached to a string, and that's attached to the ceiling, and then I'm being pulled toward the ceiling. So after I smash my fingertips, I'm gonna think my chest is being pulled toward the ceiling, and you can already see the shakes there. So what I'm doing is that I'm working my abs here and contracting to lift me up, but I'm not rounding the low back. Now, a big mistake that typically happens is that we tend to chicken neck or chicken head it, where when we go up, instead of coming from the chest, we get pulled from the nose. And when we try to do this, it ends up looking like this here. And this can inadvertently cause some neck strain and neck issues we don't want either. So to help with that, smash the fingertips, tuck the chin in, make sure you're not doing this or jutting out, tuck the chin in, hold that. Think about creating a temporary double chin, keeping it connected. And then once you have that position, so fingertips smashed, chin tuck, I'm gonna lift or focus on lifting from my chest. And you can see immediately I get the shakes. So this is a nice and safe alternative to work your abs, not your core, your abs specifically, without inadvertently causing neck or back pain. Now, how do we train our true core? Well, the true core is really using all of the musculature of our midsection together in order to create a stable spine so that we can bend, move, twist, and do things with control. And that's called stability. We want exercises to train stability, and those are true core exercises. So let's keep it as simple as possible. We need three things to train the true core. We need the core ABCs. A for alignment, B, breathing, C for control. And let's use a similar exercise to what we just did, like the curl up, to train that. So we're gonna lie down on our back, and we'll start in this same position here, but instead of with the legs bent, we're gonna bring those legs up so the knees are bent 90 degrees, but the knees need to be about belly button level, not here. Because again, we don't want the arch in the back. We wanna smash those fingertips there into the ground. So to test that, put the fingertips under the back, lift the knees up, push the small of the back, even like lift your tailbone up to get this, and push those fingertips. This is your position you wanna hold. Why is this important? Because if you look at my belt line here and my rib cage, right now I am not connected. I want to align. How do I do that? By aligning. And an easy way to do that is just smash those fingertips. So let's smash those fingertips, lift the legs up, we've got A. Next is breathing. So we're all pretty good at breathing if you're watching this because you're alive. Hey, so breathing's number 2 function is for postural stability. That means your core. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on breathing down here and not up into our chest. So we'll make some L's with our fingers here, wrap it around, hold here, and we're just gonna breathe. Now it's a lot harder than it looks, so if you can't do this, let's just bring the feet down, smash the fingertips, and practice breathing here. Try to breathe into your sides, not up into your chest. So we want to breathe down low. And once we've got that, we can try to breathe into our fingers. Good. So that's the B part, breath. Next is C, control, because we don't just hold positions and breathe, right? We move. So we need to be able to control that movement. Stability is the ability to control change. So we're gonna do a popular exercise called a dead bug, but we're gonna make it better. So we'll first get that alignment here, breathe, and now I'm simply just gonna control leg movement. Now, straightening the leg out completely like this is very difficult and it's very easy to arch. So what we're gonna do is keep the knee bent and we're just gonna tap the heel down like this. But here's the kicker, you gotta keep that back flat and maintain that alignment. So we're gonna take our fingertips, again, put them under here, smash the fingertips, keep them smashed as you then tap a heel down and then bring it back. Tap a heel down, bring it back. All right, so we have our A and our C, but how about the breathing? Let's breathe through it, ready? And I can feel my breath into my hands here. Good, and if you notice this position, what is this standing up? Basically a squat, right? So this is pre-training for upright movement on 2 feet like a squat. Many years of clinical experience rehabbing patients' cores to help them with performance and reduce pain, we have noticed that it doesn't have to be that complicated. It's relatively simple, but we just have to do the right things in order to get the results that we want. And to make it even simpler for you, so you don't have to come in and see us personally, we've put everything we know about the core, optimizing that alignment, that breathing, that control, the core ABCs, as we showed you here, into a whole online course. We take you step by step through slower positions like this, like laying on your back like a baby, and building you all the way up to even doing heavy squats and deadlifts. If you're interested in this core strength and stability course, which we know you'll love, we'll put a little link here in the video as well as in the description, and we'll give you a nice little promo code there to give you a discount on working your core ABCs. Lastly, if you have any other exercises that may be causing you any neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, whatever it may be, conventional exercises that you would like to know, why is this causing me a problem? Leave a comment below because we'll go ahead and make a video on it and help you understand how can you make that exercise better.